The top news are: an exclusive incident of Kabul.
الله أكبر الله أكبر شعلة نار بالسما شغلي مثل الكذب الله أكبر انفجار.
And the other incident is Ariana Grande concert bombing in Manchester. A powerful car bomb exploded in the center of Afghanistan's capital on Wednesday, killing or wounding dozens of people, and sending clouds of black smoke into the sky above the presidential palace and foreign embassies, officials said. Basir Mujahid, a spokesman for Kabul police, said several people were killed and wounded in the blast near the fortified entrance to the German embassy. It was a car bomb near the German embassy, but there are several other important compounds and offices near there too. It is hard to say what the exact target is, Mujahid said. The explosion shattered windows and blew doors off their hinges in houses hundreds of meters, yards, away. A public health spokesman said at least 67 wounded people had been taken to hospitals around Kabul. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the blast. A spokesman for Taliban insurgents said he was gathering information. Violence around Afghanistan has been rising throughout the year as the Taliban push to defeat the US-backed government and reimpose Islamic law after their 2001 ouster in a Washington-backed invasion. Since most international troops withdrew at the end of 2014, the Taliban have gained ground and now control or contest about 40% of the country, according to US estimates, though President Ashraf Ghani's government holds all provincial centers. US President Donald Trump is due to decide soon on a recommendation to send 3,000 to 5,000 more troops to bolster the small NATO training force and US counterterrorism mission, now totaling just over 10,000. The commander of US forces in Afghanistan, General John Nicholson, told a congressional hearing earlier this year that he needed several thousand more troops to help Afghan forces break a stalemate with the Taliban. 22 people have been killed in a suspected terrorist attack during a pop concert by US star Ariana Grande in the northwest English city of Manchester, police said Tuesday on the May 23. There were scenes of panic as Grande's audience of youthful fans fled the 21,000-capacity venue after what eyewitnesses described as a huge bomb-like bang in the foyer area at the end of the concert. A fleet of ambulances was seen rushing to the venue and bomb disposal teams were dispatched soon after, as city residents opened up their doors to stranded concertgoers after train services were shut down. So far 22 people have been confirmed dead, with around 59 others injured. This is currently being treated as a terrorist incident until police know otherwise, police said in a statement. The first unconfirmed reports of an explosion emerged shortly after 21:45 GMT on Monday. Gary Walker from Leeds told BBC Radio 5 Live he was hit by shrapnel in his foot, and his wife sustained a stomach wound as they waited for their daughters to come out of the concert. We heard the last song go, and then suddenly there was a massive flash, and then a bang and smoke, he said. Manchester Arena said the incident took place outside the venue in a public space. Isabel Hodgins, an actress who had been attending the concert, told Sky News, "Everybody was panicking, there was pushing up the stairs. The corridor was full, it smelled of burning, there was quite a lot of smoke as we were leaving. It's just shocking and we just feel very shaken up. We're just lucky to have gotten away safely," she said. Majid Khan, 22, who was attending the concert with his sister, said a huge bomb-like bang went off that hugely panicked everyone, and we were all trying to flee the arena. Police carried out a controlled explosion in a small park near the venue a few hours after the blast, but said the item turned out to be only abandoned clothes. Manchester residents opened up their homes to people who could not get home after the incident, sending messages with the hashtag Room for Manchester. Robert Temkin, 22, from Middlesbrough, told the BBC, "Everyone was screaming and running, there were coats and people's phones on the floor. People just dropped everything. Some people were screaming they would seen blood, but other people were saying it was balloons busting or a speaker had been popped." The Manchester Ambulance Service warned people only to call for life-threatening emergencies, as it had a large number of resources at the incident. Train services to and from Manchester Victoria Station, located under the arena, had been cancelled. Disruption is expected to continue until the end of the day, National Rail said in a statement. British Transport Police said, in a statement, officers are at Manchester Arena, following reports of an explosion within the foyer area of the stadium at 10:30 p.m. this evening. The incident caused transport chaos, with traffic jams outside the venue. Emergency services are dealing with an incident near Manchester Victoria, resulting in all lines being closed, operator Northern Railway wrote on its website. British Prime Minister Theresa May condemned the appalling terrorist attack. She said,
"At 10:33 last night, the police were called to reports of an explosion at Manchester Arena, in Manchester city centre near Victoria train station. We now know that a single terrorist detonated his improvised explosive device near one of the exits of the venue, deliberately choosing the time and place to cause maximum carnage and to kill and injure indiscriminately. The explosion coincided with the conclusion of a pop concert, which was attended by many young families and groups of children. All acts of terrorism are cowardly attacks on innocent people, but this attack stands out for its appalling, sickening cowardice, deliberately targeting innocent, defenseless children and young people who should have been enjoying one of the most memorable nights of their lives. As things stand, I can tell you that, in addition to the attacker, 22 people have died and 59 people have been injured. Those who were injured are being treated in 8 different hospitals across Greater Manchester. Many are being treated for life-threatening conditions. And we know that among those killed and injured were many children and young people. We struggle to comprehend the warped and twisted mind that sees a room packed with young children not as a scene to cherish, but as an opportunity for carnage. But we can continue to resolve to thwart such attacks in future, to take on and defeat the ideology that often fuels this violence, and if there turn out to be others responsible for this attack, to seek them out and bring them to justice. The police and security services believe that the attack was carried out by one man, but they now need to know whether he was acting alone or as part of a wider group. It will take some time to establish these facts, and the investigation will continue. The police and security services will be given all the resources they need to complete that task. The police and security services believe they know the identity of the perpetrator, but at this stage of their investigations, we cannot confirm his name.